Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Today we are doing slow burn. Nice and easy day. After yesterday, we definitely need a slow burn. Hope you all are doing well. We're going to attempt the Makuri Island badge again. Since yesterday I made a turn and went all the way to the other side. But today we're going to try and not make turns. One fan on. Turn the other fan on soon. There we go. More fans. Not that button. This button. There we go. Okay, got all the fans going. Thanks for the ride on Sheng. Today should just be an easy ride. So Zwift has launched their pen enforcement events. So go check them out next week. The whole week there's pen enforcement events where you can discover what your real racing pen is. You probably know. You are not sandbaggers. So perhaps I missed that guy. So what will happen is you'll sign up for the event, but you will only have an option to select your category or any category higher. There was a bit of a bug yesterday, but they were kind enough to fix that. So if you were racing in the right category, just to put you in that same category, it won't be any surprise. Good morning, Owen. Exactly, Owen. They did a bit of a calculation issue. So what happened is for the FTP portion, no, it's not another update. It's on the back end. It's just a companion app. So what happened is they used raw power for everything. For your MAP and for your FTP. So anybody with a FTP higher than 250, or CP, actually what they used was put in A, or with a 5 to 8 minute power higher than 360 was put into A. So lucky enough, I didn't race. So looking at my past 60 days, they use 60 days, 60 days power, it was obvious that there's something wrong. Yep. But they use a CP calculation, which is slightly different than FTP. But yep, there was a raw power there. I still debate if they really used raw power for FTP. They definitely did it for MAP, for your 5 to 8 minute power, because that's actually what they quoted. We need to talk about that, Owen. Also, I actually jumped into a race, but I only rode 10 kilometers and then realized this is not a good idea. I didn't go hard. I was basically riding with a second C group, and I thought, well, I'm not gonna ride for another hour. That's just crazy. Yep, I was just sitting in with the guys in the C's. I thought I'm not gonna mess up their race. So I was just hanging. I did 1 or 2 pulls with them, but only short pulls and at the same power that they were putting out power. So thanks Dina for the ride on, thanks Owen for the ride on. But I've signed up for next week, Tuesday and Thursday, to go and ride the pen enforcement races. Hey, Battle Pro 235. Thanks for the follow. We appreciate that. Oh, definitely, Owen. If you can have there's a time slot that works for you, definitely go and have a poke at it and give Zwift your feedback. There's actually a feedback form as well. But I don't even have to go and ride it to know that it's going to be good. Because it's just pen enforcement. So you only have to look at, what do I expect my category to be? What's the rules? Did it put me in that category? That's all. If those are all true, that should hold true for everybody in the group. So it should be a good race. How are you doing, Battle Pro? Are you a gamer or a Zwifter? With the name Battle Pro, I would guess you started with gaming. Might be a bit obvious to think you played Battlefield. A random generated name. That's a cool random generated name. Battle Pro. I like it. At least I can pronounce it. You watch my stream, there's a few names that I can't pronounce. It's always fun. So this is an easier workout. This is a slow burn workout. So we just slowly burning fat today. Can't even pronounce my own name. Yep, I'm not pronouncing my own name. To make it easier for all of you. Fun stuff. Thanks for the ride on Locatus. And guess what? Time to hydrate. That was cold water. Which is good. Did you ride ZRL last night, Owen? That looked like a super hard race last night. Finishing up the Epic KOM. That is crazy. Thanks, players. For the ride on. I watched Bob Christian stream the last bit of the seas. Oh yes, that's midnight time for you. Oh my goodness. He was going super hard, but he looked like I did yesterday when I did that 8 minutes. Except he looked like that for about 20. He did a good job. He was keeping the power up all the way to the top. Awesome performance. Oh, you did 823 yesterday? How was that, Owen? Evil? You didn't increase the bias? Oh, that's good then. So that means that workout is set up correctly for you. So you can, as you get stronger, you'll hit that last one as well. At least you kept it with 2s and 5s. Oh, yes. You got greener and greener, and the workout got yellower and yellower. Yes, I did mine slightly different, Owen. So when I did the first 823, I actually increased my bias in the last one. So I told Jason that, and he said, for your punishment, you shall go all out in the first one. Don't make a mockery of my workouts. So I chatted to Jason, and he said, yep, those are my strong points. So I should increase the power range for that. So he suggested I go full out on the first one and then see if I can keep it on the rest. But I went too hard on the first one. I did a full FTP test, basically. So for 8-minute FTP test, you take that number and multiply it by, I think, 0.9. So mine worked out to exactly my current FTP. But then for 8-minute test, you're supposed to do 2 8 minutes and take the average. But you have a 10-minute break in between. Well, we only had a 3-minute break. Yep, you should be able to hold that number for an hour, because that is your FTP. You should actually be able to hold a lot more for 8 minutes. In peak season. Those are good workouts. They really test us. Nice, we were chatting and I went through the lights without even knowing I was going through the lights. Oh, that's awesome, Owen. If you ever feel like quitting and you just keep going, that's a win. That is a win in any coach's book. Except if you're sick or something, but if it's just hard and you push yourself through, even if you don't hit the numbers, that's a win. Oh, yes, Training Peaks doesn't tell you your best. Strava does. I think Strava shows it to the left side of the screen. Where's Strava? Maybe it's one of the plugins I've got for Strava. Oh, yes. Let's see. Seriously, I can't just click on my stuff. I have to kudo everybody first. Wow. Let's see. Activities. Okay, it shows 2, 5, and 10 minutes, but I think you can You can edit that. Settings. Oh yes, you can edit it. So if you ever, on the left hand side of the screen, I wonder if I can show the screen. If I have a scene that does this. Let's see. No, there was one there. Okay. And then let's add window capture. Do that. Oh, we're gonna have fun now. Ah, look at this. Okay, now you can see it. So here on the left hand side, you can see my mouse is a peak power. And if you click on that little button, you can go to settings and you can add, you can make the 5 minute 8 minutes. What is 8 minutes? It is 560. No, not 560. What am I doing? Ah. Seriously, Jerry. 460. No, it's not. Oh, there we go. So there we go. So now I've got a 8 minute there. There we go. You got it, Owen. That was fun. No, I'm not a subscriber. It's a plugin. It's probably Strava Source plugin. That's the one plugin I'm running. Let's see if they say. Yep, I think it's Strava Source. So that's one way to get it. Ah, there's Big Jerry. Oh yes, I use Elevate as well. Maybe Elevate will show that to you as well. No, that'll only show your for all your workouts. You can change some of the metrics. You got it? Good job. I sometimes forget what plugins I've got installed. I am burning slowly. Oh yes, Andy. It's a lot easier than yesterday, Andy. How are you feeling, Andy? Owen copied me. Oh yes, that's pretty funny, huh, Owen? But you can change the beers to cookies. When are you seeing the doctor again, Owen? Andy? Whoa. Good morning. Now I have to try and pronounce your name, or try and pick a part that I can pronounce. Hazeman? Let's try Hazeman. No, I don't feel tired cycling every day. Some days are hard, some days are easy. I take days off now and then. Oh no, Andy, that one is made for you. You can select cookies there. So it tells you exactly how many cookies you can have on top of your normal dose of cookies. Do you ride on Zwift, Hazeman? Whoa. Thanks, Hazeman. I'm glad I picked the right portion of your name. Hopefully by the 28th you see some improvement, Andy. So they can change that to a lighter dose and get you back on the bike. So I attempted this route badge, Andy, yesterday, and with all my pressing buttons to get out of ERG mode, I made a turn. So today I'm redoing the route badge. Wow, that's a long time. Good morning, Toasted Yost. Hello, Ducky. Toasted Yost and 9 viewers. How was your workout? Toasted. And here come Matthias. And a like from Hazeman. Thanks a lot. Oh, that'll be fun, Andy. You'll be racing like a champ. Thanks for the ride on, Andy. And Tina says thank you. You have a good workout, Toasted? Or race? What did you do? So Andy, by the time you get back to racing, we should have pen enforcement for all events. Next week they'll be doing a test run with a new pen enforcement algorithm. That looks like it's promising. Unit endurance 100k. Nice. That's always fun for a Wednesday morning. Tina's stealing my water again. There we go. Good morning, Andy. Andy Jenner. It's a lot easier today. Zone 2 is fun, Toasted. You good? Yeah, if they actually fix that, Andy, so they don't use raw power for MAP anymore, they'll use watt per kilogram, which is the way it should have been. You disagree, Toasted? Zone 2 is fun. That's where the fun is at. I'm pretty optimistic. Way different than I was yesterday. Hi, Mr. Jenner. You heard my rant yesterday. I was not happy, but I knew there was something wrong. Zone 2 is boring. Okay, Toasted. Enjoy the shower and breakfast. Is it breakfast time there? Good morning, Tiana. Got the whole family in the basement right now. Nice. Only on the flat parts, Andy. No, I'm not an A. I would like to be an A. I would like to be able to hold over 4 watts per kilogram. That'll be awesome. Yeah, they had a bit of a mathematical blunder then. The thing with the A's, I've raced with the A's, is I can ride with them on the flat portions because they don't go that much faster on the flats. But once you get into the climbs, they climb a lot faster than us B guys. That's where the difference is. So it's only the Future Works events starting Monday the 21st. Good afternoon, Mom. Yep, I would guess I've got the upper hand on the Happy 100, but on Climber's Gambit or Volcano Climb, you would probably beat me up there. Exactly. That's true. Watt per kilogram doesn't equal results. So hopefully it will be a bit better now that they use 2 parameters and they don't use FTP anymore. They use CP. So, and critical power looks at a bit more than just 20 minutes. Weight and FTP. Watts per kilogram is good on climbs. Any climb over about 5%, you start to equalize. But anything under that, raw power is the way to do it. But this is just a that's the problem with the Zwift races, Andy, is they all pick flat routes. I don't know why. Because even though I'm not a climber, I don't like racing the flat routes. I like the challenge of the ones with climbs in. But the other thing you need to remember, looking from my point of view, on the flats, you have the draft advantage. So if it's just the 2 of us, you don't need to hold the raw power that I do, because you can sit in my draft on the flat. But once we go up, I can't sit in your draft going up because there's no draft effect. I've enrolled in one of the test events, majors, and it puts me in B, right where I belong. B for belong. Did it put you in an A, Annie Jenner? Yep. Yesterday it put me an A because they had a mathematical error, but we pointed that out and they fixed it. Now I'm back to B. Yeah, but it's right at the bottom of the barrel of the A's right now, Andy. So the bottom of the category is going to be crazy hard. Oh, so the new system pushes you up? Yep. Because CP is slightly lower than FTP. No? Is it slightly higher? No. I think it's slightly higher. And I think they changed the boundaries as well. Because I think it's up to 4 watts per kilogram, not 4.2. I think you can explain FTP to everyone in your guide. That'll be a nice addition. But you can go into more detail in your guide for the people you train. Then you can expand to CP, ATP, CTL, all those power metrics. Yeah, I think C goes to 3.2, but B goes to 4. And I think Zwift power is 4.2, isn't it? Or is it 4? Can't remember now. Oh yes, intervals IC is pretty good. Oh yes, I agree with that, Andy. It would be nice to be at the front of the pack for a while before you upgrade. So once this test is done, it will become the norm for all races. And once that's the norm for all races, they're going to start working on the next step, which will probably be a promotion and demotion system where they only use this pen enforcement to get your basic level, and then you start to accumulate points. So, and if you perform at the bottom of A for some time, your points will drop and you'll be moved to the top of the B's. And it will probably be something like demotion take longer than promotion. So maybe you have to do 10 races and get 0 points. And then they'll move you to B. And if you get top 10 in your first race, back to B, they move you up to A again. But the other thing we are suggesting is, instead of everybody just knowing a B is up to 3.2, sorry, a C is up to 3.2, a B is up to 4, they move that around. So if ODZ decide to do an event, we can pick our boundaries. So we tell Zwift, no, we want the B's to go up to 4.2. And the thinking there, what's going to happen is, let's say this season, WTRL did B up to 4. Next season, they do B up to 4.2. And the season after that, they do B up to 3.9. So now you'll get the people that cruise and sandbag don't know where they are, because they'll be thrown all over the place. Oh yes, that was one of the other ideas as well, Andy. To have things like, let's say, the TeamODZ Zwift, because now they know everybody's powers and stuff, and they can say, okay, there was 1,000 people that entered, we make 10 start groups and split them from high to low every 100, or maybe do a bell curve, something. But currently, Zwift Racing League is, or not Zwift Racing League. Why didn't I get my badge? Do I need to go all the way back into the Neon City? What were I saying? Yep, so yep, generic races hosted by Zwift, like the TeamODZ Zwift and things like that. Doing one of the newer ones, Andy, in Makuri Islands, Don't really know. Electric City, I think. I think the races is going to start getting a lot better again, because everybody was just doing WTRL, because that's the only place you had a fair race. Yep, that'll be fun, Owen. That'll make for some really fun racing. And then in the end, we get a ranking. So you can see if you're improving with those races. Oh yes, I don't like those that start together. Exactly. But the races got little because of WTRL. So people race, the real races race Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So they are all tired, and they focus on just those 3 days. So all the other events have less people. Before WTRL, I could find a race every single morning with at least 20 people in my category. So I really hope that this pen enforcement will move people away from WTRL. They've had the monopoly on races long enough. Because you can't tell me there's less people racing now that Zwift is twice as big as they were 3 years ago. They should definitely have better systems. Hey, Owen, you got to 100 messages. They are talking about reducing the amount of races. So if you host a race, no, it's not just hoping. It's words from Zwift. If you are racing, or you are holding a event, but it's not really attended, then you have to do it in a club. You lose your spot on the calendar. So, and then once you grow as a club and you start seeing 100 plus riders, in your events, you get put onto the calendar then. I'm a bit worried that it will become like RGT, because there it's everybody hosts their own event. I had the jersey for a second there. So everybody hosts an event of 2 people, which is also not a optimal situation. Yep, a club can only have 100 members at this point, but they're looking to expand that as well. So what's coming is a clickable, shareable link to your event. So if you make an event, you get a clickable link that you can post in Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, IRC chat, text, and people can click on that. Not for the new clubs, Andy. Our original clubs, like the ODZ club, we have 1,000+ members, but only we had more than 313. Yeah, so the original clubs didn't have a limit. I was sure we were full. We have, oh, it says 313 because there's 99 on the homepage. Yeah, but I think they closed down the big clubs when they, or the invites, if we were over 100. So, but they are reconsidering the 100-member limit. Which will be nice. But now you'll have to go to Facebook or whatever to find events instead of just a companion app. Really? Good morning, Ben. How are you feeling? Well, I have in my friends list, I have Coco, the one in Makuri Islands. Yeah, we should have accepted him. Oh, the other way around. Thanks for the ride on, Ben. Yeah, I sent a invite to the blue pacer bots, and Coco on Makuri actually accepted mine. Don't know how that worked, but I'm friends with Coco now. So in the morning I'll see Coco started riding. I'm good, thanks, Ben. Really good now that I've got this workout done and chatting with all of you. We went all over the place with chatting today. All the excitement about pen enforcement. Slowly recovering. That's the way to do it. I hope we navigate out of this world. Is that your first shower for the year, Ben? It's always a... Oh, not yet, Andy. Oh, we can still invite people? Okay. I thought the bigger clubs had some more privileged. Karok Cadence is the runner, and Coco is the cyclist. With a bit of a dark background. There we go. All done. 5 minutes cool down. Good morning, Dr. Dylan and Nurse Des. Looking after Ben. This part of the map is not too bad. Where you get above the lights. Now just spinning it out at the end. Rooftops. Oh yes, rooftops is a nice section as well. There's some trees there. Oh yes, go and sign up for all the events next week. All the pen enforcement races. And we'll have some fun. Wow. All the way to Thailand. Okay, this is slow in recovery. There's a friend for Des and Dylan. A little doggy. Okay, I think we are all done for today. It was a good ride. A lot of good chatting. Oh my goodness, Ben. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching and thanks for chatting. It was a load of fun this morning. Hang on for Odivas. It's Odiva Day today. Right on. Oh, wrong button. Here we go. Right again. Right on.